Hey y'all, it's Somm, and yes, it's time for another Wine Fairy podcast. Pull up, let's go. Listen, we are getting into some rosé. I said what I said, bitch. Rosé. And I'm going to explain to you that it's not a varietal. All right, it's a style of wine. Yes, it's a style of wine. But baby, you see all this style? You see all this style of wine, period. Then we're gonna get into differences, flavor profiles, why it matters where your wine is coming from with Merlot. Merlot. And no, it's not sweet. No, it's not sweet. It's not sweet. It's not sweet. Let's move to the couch. Darlings, as promised, we're going to get into why rosé is not a varietal, okay? It's not. Again, it's a style of wine. We are also going to be talking about some historic stuff right now, okay? Like, listen, we have vines coming all the way from Croatia. Hi. We have a man who has been designing vineyards in Napa for since the 70s. Sold a vineyard named after himself and recreated a vineyard again with his daughter. Really? All right. Then we're talking about one of the first Black-owned vineyard and wineries in Oregon. Listen, we're gonna get into some good today. I hope you're ready. First, we have the prime Solum Rosé of Cabernet Sauvignon from Napa Valley, Broken Rock Vineyard. You see, best climate, soil, and rind. They tread lightly. I really like that. Small production. Sarah here would like to point out that it's a single vineyard estate. That's what you want me to tell the people? Yeah? Okay, and it's you can see it's a 2021. That's why it's darker in color. Yeah? Yeah. Then we'll move into Mother Vine. This is from Shannon family of wines. An ode to the Oakland family. It's made with organic grapes. And not just that, if you spin this beautiful bottle, you'll see that they got all the certifications coming out of High Valley. This is in, again, Napa Valley, Lake County. We're in Mendocino up here. We've got Grenache and Cinsault. Really excited to try this. Then we're back to Prime Solum. This time, again, we're still in Napa Valley, still in Broken Rock Vineyard, but we are tasting the 2016 Merlot this time. Same back, really excited. Can't wait to get into it. And rounding it out, the oldest of the bunch, the 2009 Meadows Estate Vineyard and Winery Merlot. Really excited. This is coming from the Umpqua Valley. This is Southern Oregon AVA. Really, really excited because this is the African-American owners here. Woo! Let's go. So first we're going to talk about what is rosé. It's not a varietal. It's not like a wine grape. It's a style of wine. It's a style of wine making. You can make rosé in one of three ways. By blending red and white grapes, which is really only allowable in champagne, i.e. rosé champagne. By the most common way is by bleeding off some of the juice, the free run juice from a red wine, or lightly macerating a red wine in order to only get a slight amount of color from the red wine, thereby having rosé. And the last way, which is the rarest way, is to have white wine grapes that have red skins. They do exist, but it's rare. So that's rosé. in a nutshell. All right? Now, let's talk about these babies. Ooh. We're going to start the tasting with the Prime Solum from Bedrock Vineyard in Napa Valley by Bill Hill. You can see that it is darker in color already in the bottle in comparison to the Cinsault. Okay? That has a lot to do with what kind of grapes they're made from. Okay? This is made from a thicker skinned, darker grape. If you saw Cinsault proper and Cabernet proper in the glass together, like separately, you know, but at the same time, if you saw Cabernet proper and Cinsault proper at the same time in a glass, you would see quickly darker. It does not mean sweet. It does not mean sweet. Also, this stealth enclosure does not mean cheap. Ooh, just saying. This is the new vintage of the Rosé of Cabernet Sauvignon. Bedrock Vineyard is a very nice, very nice vineyard. It's right under Atlas Peak in the Napa Valley AVA. So, yeah, Atlas Peak. Atlas Peak. Stag's Leap, Coombsville, all that, right? Yes, right there. So, the white strawberry on it is strawberry just popping out of this. Popping. But that's the thing about Bill Hill, is he is famous for creating like a really interesting style of vineyard production where you have high density or a lot of vines planted at one time on low vigor vines, thereby forcing competition on already low producing fruit. Okay. It's working because everybody who's anybody wants to buy this fruit, including Paul Hobbs, who also is a purchaser of some fruit in the next Rosé County. So, hey, when you got it, you got it. I'm just saying. Whew. Now let's pour it into the glass. Oh, look at how clean that looks. Look at that. Look at that. See that? Look at that white. Look at it behind me on the white. You see that? Yeah, that's nice. A little pale salmon. Oh, it smells so fresh and clean and fruity. Like it's been catching sun. Yeah, okay, so it says rocky soil, southwest exposure, ocean breeze, and it smells like that. It smells really Provence-y. You know, it smells like I'm just on the coast, darling, drinking my wine, and it's luscious and lively and fresh, and it's a little... I want like a roasted salmon with this though. Like this definitely is a serious rosé. I want a seafood meal with her. You hear me? Like bring on the seafood tower because I'm munching down. Help a lobster roll, Dad. I want a lobster roll so bad right now. I haven't even tried it. Yo, the minerality from it is just really mature already, and it's only a 2021. But I like my wines aged. I like them to have a little more like oomph to them. A lot of people like the rosés fresh and poof and you know, just a little vibrant. Another difference in what we're gonna try later. So this is really like this is grown up with wine. You hear me? Da, 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 da. Why did I let it leave my mouth? Oh, wait. Come back! Wow. That's a persistent fruit, man. I tell you what. Ooh, wee. Whew. 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 All under a stealth enclosure? Don't judge a book by its cover. Boom, 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 boom. Wow. I see why he has over like 40 plus clients as a vineyard manager, producer, designer. Prime Solum means the best soil, best. Okay, yeah. This is really good. It's got white. It's got like watermelon, but it's grilled. It is woof. There's like a light raspberry, cranberry, like a light berry freshness to it. It's salty in the right way, like Florida salt bay, you know, just okay, man. And the weight of it, it's really like a full-bodied rosé. It ain't playing no games. Like it's here to play. It's in my mouth. It's still tingling in my mouth. Like it's still like, excuse me. I came to be seen and heard. Drink me, please. I'm a little afraid. Ooh, because I have the Merlot. Okay, like. Let's go. Very, very much. I mean, the lobster roll. I'm stuck. I'm so stuck. Jesus Christ. Oh, I need fish right now. You know, I wasn't going to give this up now, but in the wine news, we're going to talk about the redo of 76. And I just want you to know that those people did continue to have, you know, wine festivals and competitions where they would put up wines against other French wines, against other people in California. I want you to know that Mr. Bill Hill here won against France in 1983. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Now that we're talking about history, we're going to get into some deep history. All the way back to Croatia. Yes, Croatia. With this wine here from the Shannon families of wines. All right, it's an ode to where this wine comes from and the most recent purchase of land that they have back in 2013. Okay, so they bought this land out in Lake County. For those of you who don't know, Lake County is a region in the North Coast, ABA, where a lot of producers are getting good grapes from. And when I say a lot of producers are getting good grapes, I mean new classic winemakers of California. Conversations with Steve Heimoff. Okay. We're gonna go to Andy Beckstoffer of Beckstoffer Vineyards. If you don't know what Beckstoffer Vineyards is, maybe you know something else he owns. Tocalan. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He said of Lake County. He said of Lake County when asked, "What are you doing there? Trying to grow great Cabernet?" Okay. They said they were wrong. We did a study and found if you could get elevation, we grow grapes up to 2,000 feet. And on these volcanic soils, and you had water, you could grow great Cabernet. You know how much Tocalan go for? Okay, excuse. This is gonna be bussin'. These pioneers came from Croatia in like 1870. They had migrated from New York to Lake County, California with this little baby vine from Croatia they had tucked away of Cinsault. They said, she is the home vine. They planted it, and, you know, word on the street is, they then built one of the only still standing and functioning pre-prohibition wineries in California. Ding, 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 ding. When I tell you they have vines that are 100 years old, I do mean it, okay? A lot of the Zinfandelics there. And so this beautiful Cinsault. Ooh, listen, I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. So, let's crack it open and get to it. You'll see that this is lighter, not just because Cinsault is a lighter varietal. It's also younger. This is a 2023 vintage, okay? So it's very fresh. It's brand new, fresh on the market. So let's open her up. Let's see what these low vine, regenerative, organic grapes be doing. Boop. Let me get my tools. I really want to thank Parasol because this wine key has these knobs on it, and when I tell you the nails find it so much easier, baby, thank you so much. It's such a habit too. I don't even need that. So you know you're a wine professional because you just be ready for the foil. You just be ready. Just like da-da, ready. Okay, so for you natural wine babies, this is as freaking natural as it gets. The Shannon family wines have like this wild ode to sustainability where like they are more than sustainable, they're like regenerative. And what I mean by that is they're out here and like sheeps are literally roaming the vineyard. That is how they tell. Animals take care of everything for them, okay? They're compost, animals. They're mowing, animals. You know, they have bees to help like, you want to talk about indigenous yeast? Oh, baby. The most certifieds of certified is wild. So, let's pour it in the class. Ooh, look how watery white it is. This is real. This is light, bright, almost white is what we used to say. Ooh, look at that. I mean, pale baby pink. a little bit of coppery, like a very light salmon, where that was like a deeper red, deeper reddish salmon. Like this is just like baby pink, like, ooh, a little bit of gold. Oh my gosh, it's rose gold. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Oh yeah, this is definitely much more vibrant. You know, like already I can smell the difference because elevation on the last rosé, right, we're at, and then here we are at 1,000, excuse me, we're at 1,600 to 3,000 feet in elevation. Wow, different. It's fresh, and there's still a lot of like white peachy fruit. There's a little bit of this almost like a light raspberry, Vineyard cherry-ish. Ooh, really nice. There's a salinity there as well. Ooh, definitely getting a lot of texture from the old vines. And this is Grenache and Cinsault, right? So you have some Grenache to beef it up. That Cinsault to give you that fruit flavor, that texture, that vibe. A lot softer in the palate, like much lighter, juicier, makes my mouth water and salivate. This is the, you know, fresh poolside rosé. This is, you know, you have this with the raw seafood. Like this is for sushi. This is for sushi for sure. That, you know, like this is delicious, but don't have it with a heavy meal. Okay, like she is. Ooh, listen, girl. There's just a little bit of like tension in the middle of my mouth, like lemon zest, like a rind that's been rubbed in the middle that makes me want to drink more. She's definitely a pool wine. Run, go tell that. And she's organic. Listen, and she's regenerative. Say less. Say less. I'm running. Let's just get into our wine a little more. You have the Cinsault and Grenache blend. You have the Grenache Cinsault blend here, right? Not only is it lighter, a little more fresh and vibrant, softer in the mouth, that's a lot due to the fact that she's also a much more recent current release wine. She's a 2023, which means she has not had time to sit in the bottle and age and get all complex and do all that that this 2021 has. Okay? Now let's get into our aged babies for real. First, we have, again, Prime Solum's Merlot 2016 from Bedrock Vineyard. Okay? And then we're going to follow it up with the 09 Merlot from Umpqua Valley, with the 09 Merlot from Umpqua Valley, Meadows Winery and State Vineyards. Okay? My mouth is happy. And because we're going back so far, it's time to break out the Corvin. There's been a lot of chit-chat debates about using Corvins and whether or not your wine will last or not. My quandary is, are you using your Corvin correctly? Because if you are, then you should be able to use to get your wine, no matter how much wine is left in that bottle. I did finish a bottle of Corvin wine that I've had in my fridge for 2 months, and it was fine. So, let's talk about how to properly use a Corvin. Tips and tricks of wine. First, we're going to open the bottle as per usual with the label part, okay? So, click, click, split, split. Ooh, what am I doing? Click, click, split, split, and a push. Nice and clean. And then instead of using anything else but the foil cutter, we're going to take our little Corvin and we're going to start the process, okay? You're going to slip it quickly without moving anything. Bow, there, okay? Okay, make sure she's flush, all right? It shouldn't close on the bottle. It should not close on the bottle, all right? You see that? Then we're just going to push down. Pushing down. We are pushing down. I like to push down gently. Yep. You hear a little, so you know it's hit. Okay. Then, most importantly, you are going to hit your argan trigger while the bottle is upright first. Then you are going to release the trigger and immediately tilt the bottle, okay? You're going to release the trigger and immediately tilt the bottle. You're not going to hit the trigger while it's tilted. You're not going to do none of that. Why? Because if you do that, then the physics of this machine will become compromised and you will break your needle, okay? You will get wine into your needle and you will be freaking sad, and then it will never work the same way again. So, trigger, release, tilt, pour. There we go. And I know it's kind of not ideal that you're only getting that much. Okay, look at God. Ba-da-dee-da-dee-da-dows. And then you watch this. Hold the bottle and you pull up and off. Voila. Voila. I thought I saw something in there. Okay. And see? Clean. Nothing. Ta-da. And we've got enough Merlot to try. Because that's all we need. I mean, where my white at? You already know. Where my white at? Where my white at? Woo! Look at that couleurs. That color is coloring. Ooh, is she staining? We love a stain. Remember what staining is? When you see it spinning in your glass and then you see some color left over when it stops spinning, that's what we call staining. Oop. Wow, what a lovely plushy plummy nose we have here. I definitely get that rockiness, that just, and definitely cool, a cool breeze running through here. She's definitely jam, but like, ooh, you know what a jam is? A little spicy and it leaves your mouth tingly and cool? That's what this is. Ooh, yeah, she's danky, like, you know, she's trying to pull forest, which is nice. A little potting soil is what we would call it. Giving. I mean, That 14's for... Okay. Okay. I mean, it's also... I also can tell that there's some age on it here. Because when I tilt it and look at it over the white, I see a variation of color, right? I see kind of like an ombre of color. Again, remember from the last time we talked about ombre of color? This is an ombre of color, but it is like much more pronounced. And that white rim is a little, the watery rim is definitely much more pronounced as well. Letting you know that she has some age on her, because with 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, okay? We're talking about an 8-year-old wine. Of course she'd have some color loss. Of course. Oh, baby. This is... I'm so glad I used my Corbin, because my God, I just need some meats with this. Like, I need barbecue. Really is. I wanted this tomahawk steak so bad. Listen. With Brussels sprouts. Maple bacon Brussels sprouts with, I don't even do this often, but just like the plushness, like the vibrance of the fruit, and a carrot would go well, because carrots are naturally sweet, but they're vegetables, right? Like, but carrots have a natural sweetness to them. That's really what we talk about when we say fruit sweet. Like, it's not sweet. Carrots aren't sweet. They're not fucking sweet. They have a natural, like, oh yeah, you get that brightness, you know, that like vividness. That is what I'm talking about. And this has a combination of that. Because again, we're talking about a warm climate here that is getting good sunlight while they are still getting an oceanic breeze from the Pacific. You know, you just... Oof. The spices on this too, my baby. Oof, just big old purpley flowers, herbs, like fa. Yes, ma'am. It's you know how meat is so good that it melts in your mouth? It's like silky smooth, like butter. That's what you just saw happen to me. Baby, them low vigor root stocks you got these vines on. Oh, and it's so like, there's so much tension to it. It's so herbaceous. It's very much a Merlot for people who don't like Merlot. For people who are like, oh, Merlot's too sweet, but I love Cab. Okay, well, they're both noble grapes. They're both from Bordeaux. Like, literally, they're like brother and sister. They like go pound for pound. If you don't know, ask somebody. So it's no wonder, you know, oh my God, like this, It's so good. It's reverberating in my mouth. You know, it's just like. That's what's happening. It's delicious. Okay, now. So good. So good. It's really violety. There's, like I said, it's just like plummy and plush all over my mouth, and they've been roasted a little bit, but there's still some fresh fruit in there. It's still cooking down, you know, like it's still a fresh fillet for sure. Like, just got it, just cut it up from the cow, you know, because there's definitely like meat and a it's not as mushroomy as it is sort of woolly and brambly. It's more branchy than mushroom. You know, it's much more of tree than dirt. Varietals, age, place, they're all really important, right? But also, we're talking about all that in order to highlight the terroir, like what the earth of the wine is doing. I'm just so happy to see like more sustainable farming being done in Napa Valley. It warms my heart. It's delicious in the glass. It's just like singing in my mouth. Doo-doo-doo. Now on to my next Corvin use. The Meadows Estate Vineyard and Winery 2009 Merlot. Okay? Now, how do we jump from California to Oregon? Well, let me tell you real fast. You remember how we had some Croatian wine from Lake County? Okay, so the same people, the same friend, they had some friends that lived down the street from them in Lake County. They were the Beringer brothers. They were some folks that were making fire-ass wine in Napa and Lake County. Some German immigrants that were making wine for them said, no, we've had enough. We're leaving. We're going to go do our own thing. And they came down. And this was back in like the 1800s. Okay? They came to this region, the Umpqua Valley, and that's how wine got here. Oh! We be traveling. Yes, wine be traveling. Wine be traveling. Now that we have a little history about this baby, let's dig in. And again, I am using my what? Corvin. And again, I am using my what? Corvin. Just like before, all we need is the foil, okay? 1, 2, 3, and she is off. That's it. You take it, you place it, you push it, you hear the okay? And it's time to pour the wine. Remember, trigger, pull. And look at that. Got enough, just enough. I'll just give us a little more. See that? I'm gonna pull back because that's enough. I wasted a lot of arguing with that though, that's okay. Release, release, release. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now, immediately, folks, I'm getting the white because why? Look at how dark that is. I mean, look at, she brown damn near. Okay, not really, but she's rusty, busty, ruckets, okay? Garnet if I'd never seen it. And I tell you what, but the, talk about bogged, foggy, loggy. My God. Meticulously cared for fruit here out of the Umpqua Valley. I know because I've chit-chatted with the owner and proprietor. Yeah, in 2019, these two black folk, like a little couple, said, you know what, we ready to retire. We want to just farm and make some wine now. You know, and they found Marchand Landing. They bought it. They renamed it Meadows Winery, Meadows Estate, and here we have, I mean, wow, just the change in, we were at plum with the Napa Valley Prime Solum. This is prune. This is like, they are just, we're on the edge of balsamic vinegar in a very good way. It's just like, it's so complex. It's so, a lot of the fruit notes have fallen off, as you will have with older wine, because it's older wine. Okay, this is a 2009, don't you forget. So we're talking about complex flavors here. I mean, just the licorice, the leather, the cacao, that tar. It's just full pulling off of the wine. It's so silky, sexy, smooth. My God. Oh, I'm in heaven. Like fruity pillows going down my it's so good. Oh. This wine is so good. Like, just the star anise, the roasted black currant, and deep black plum. Oh, like Asian plums. There's like a sense of caramel. It is just, I want slow roasted slow roasted beef shoulder, or maybe some like oxtail, something with some like some marrow. Ooh, a marrow and this daddy. I mean, it's so smooth, you know. It's still, it has it's a little sharper than the Prime Solum, and I want to say it's just the plushness of the fruit. Like, the fruit profile is big and strong here in the Umpqua Valley. It is a little hotter than Napa. And I know, strange, because you think Napa would be hotter. No. They get a little spike, a little speakity spike. So the grapes are really just, in terms of when they're able to be picked, are concentrated. Okay, they hanging on them. They getting that fruit juice out of them. So it's a really good wine. Oh, it's vibrant. Mm. Mm. Oh. It's fallen to my lap good. Just nummies. Oh. This is the Merlot of your dreams, Dad. Like, period. Run and get that. All right, babies. So, we went over the different kinds of grapes that you can have with rosé, and you can have a rosé of any red grape. Okay? You can have a rosé of any red grape. Any red grape you want to. Any of them. Any of them. You can even mix a little white wine in there if you want to. Don't tell people I said that. We also talked about the difference in aging and what age will do to wine. It was a fun time. So, just a little recap. Older rosé, more texture. Older red wine, you're gonna have a little less texture, okay? It's gonna be softer because the tannins are falling out. This is getting more complex as it ages. This too is getting more complex as it ages, but again, those sharp notes are kind of calming down and easing out. You might also have some color loss or gain of color, but you always want to tilt your glass 45 degrees so you can see what's really going on. Bubby. Now, redo of 1976. Yes, you heard me. There is a redo of the Judgment of Paris of 1976 where American wines went against the top-selling, most world-renowned French wines and beat them. What? I said beat them. Yes, I said American wines beat them. So let's see if they can do it again. If you are a wine producer and want to submit your wines, please reach out here and get that ball going, okay? We're going to see who's really the bee's knees or not. Anyways, babies, I really hope that... All right, my babies, as much as I want to keep going in with you, my little cepage is getting a little restless, and I'm going to need to Picage her, okay? So, I hope you had a great time. I'm Loris the Somm, and this has been another episode of the Wine Fairy Podcast. Say bye, Sarah. Bye. I'm being Shiraz right now. I be Shiraz. Yes, I'm a Shiraz. Look at it. I'm a Shirazi baby, and I want all the attentions. So, you guys are done here. I want my mom back. She really got my fingers. Okay. As much as I want to, y'all, I gotta go. I got a little cepage to take care of. I got an ager, all right? Got an élevage. Bye.